welcome to my little channel of the internet. My name is Leann. I am known here on Flosstube as Small Town Stitches. Today is Thursday, January 25th. We are almost done with the month of January. And I'm here for Flosstube 115. So I hope everyone is doing well. Surviving the massive cold front that we had go through. I don't know about how cold it got for everybody else. Here in Michigan, it was like negative, with the wind chill, it was about negative 15, negative 20. So it was so cold. And then today, it is like 40 degrees and all of our snow is melting. Yesterday, it rained most of the day. Like, it's just, this weather is insane. First of all, it doesn't normally rain in Michigan. And it's never really 40 degrees in Michigan either. So it's just been a little bit crazy. So, yeah. So I'm going to save life updates kind of towards the end. You'll understand when I get there. So we're going to start with stitching. Let's see. I have 6 projects to talk about. One I cannot because it is a secret project for my dad. He knows he's getting a secret project. He just doesn't know what it is. If you want to see periodic updates on that, you can check my Instagram, which I believe is linked below. Because I do kind of post periodic updates over there. I won't be able to show it on here until I gift it to my dad, which will be sometime in 2025 because my dad, bless his heart, does watch my Flosstube videos. So, all right. I feel a little bit scattered because I always do life at the beginning. But yeah, we'll do it at the end. So first project I have to start with is my focus for this year, which is going to be Beginner TRex. This is by David Penfound and is a Heaven and Earth Designs. I'll put a picture of where it was last time you guys saw it. These pictures that I'm going to put of where you saw them last were from my whip parade. Let me pull that page up so I can give you the percentage that I am at now though, because I didn't write that part down. Okay, I do have a floss hanging. I have not stitched anything yet today. I'm gonna try and move my little magnets out of the way so you guys can see them a little bit better, but this is where we are currently. So this piece is at 49.98%. So with today's stitching, we will get over that 50% for this. I'm closer to a page finish. So I worked diagonals kind of all the way over here and then started kind of color completing. I do feather my ends just so I don't get those harsh page lines. The trees in this piece are no joke. There's so much confetti, but they look so good. So we can see the start of another dinosaur here, and I think that's its back, like its hump right there. I think this is supposed to be a tree with like just like the bark, the tree stump. But all these trees were so much confetti. So this was kind of nice because this is kind of more block stitching. So I was able to get some of my stitches done faster that way. But yeah, so this is where we're at. So next time you see it, I will absolutely have this page finished and we should be starting on the next one. This particular piece is stitched on a 22 count 1/1 with DMC floss. If you are newer to my channel, I am not a fan of linen and I am not a fan really of even weave. My sweet spot has to be for full coverage 20 or 22 count. That is as small as I go. And then for a lot of other pieces, non-full coverage, generally I do them in 18 count. So, oh, I didn't tell you how many stitches I've done on it so far. So far this month, I've done 6,145 stitches on Dino. So generally a lot of that is done in the morning when I wake up. Well, ish. We'll explain later. Okay, So next on my plan that I worked on was Shire. So Shire Painting, this is what from Etsy. I'll put a picture in here. I have a goal. Okay, so Alicia, Rainey, Angie and I kind of came up with this thing where we are doing 5% by 25, where we would like to get all of our pieces that are under 5% to 5%. Some are going to be easier than others. This is the one that's going to be easier. So I'll put a picture of where it was on my whip parade. I spun a goal for this one to do 750 stitches. And 750 stitches I did. So here we are now. We've got that tree, we've got the sky coming through. I so enjoy stitching on this piece. It's just fun. It's trying to focus on my face instead of the stitching. So I was kind of bummed to put it away, but I had a lot of fun stitching it. So this is where we're at, and I'm currently sitting at 2.64% now. So we're getting there, we're getting there. This is stitched 1/1 on a 22 count as well with DMC floss. So, yay. Let me fold that differently. Okay, so next one I spun this month was Faces of Fairy. This is a Heaven and Earth Designs. This is by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. I am doing the black and white version of this piece. I will put a picture of where it was in my whip parade for you guys. The goal for this one was 1,250 stitches, and that is exactly what I have done. And here we are now. You can totally see my hoop lines, sorry. I'm not really sure what I was doing. I started just working in this color and just went this way with it. And this piece, I kind of just went hog wild. There's only, I think, 13 colors in this particular piece. So what I decided to do instead of just my diagonals is I kind of would grab a color, say if it was at the top of my diagonal, and just work it as much as I wanted to until I was bored of it or whatever. And then I'd pick another one and just kind of go with it. So here we are now. So many different shades of gray, because again, it's all a black and white piece. So I really enjoy this piece. Reminds me of my daughter. All right, this reminds me of my daughter too. All right, next up on my goal that I spun was Sea Villains. This is a Heaven and Earth Designs. Its artwork is by Jerry LaFaro. I'm stitching this along with Angie, who is Angie Slowly Crafts, and Mama Carmen over on Instagram. The goal for this one was 750 stitches, which I completed. I'll put a picture in of this one. This is stitched on a 20 count, 1/1 full cross with CXC floss. And here we are now. I am currently sitting at 0.98% on this piece. That is more true of the colors than when I bring them in. I'm sitting in front of a window. That's why you're getting the glare on my glasses, and it's all natural lighting today. And it's kind of overcast because it's Michigan in January, so. But see how it darkens as I bring it in. But that's where we're at. I finished a diagonal and started the next one, and I believe this diagonal is in 20 stitches instead of 10s. So we should be getting over, I think there's like a ish, starting over here somewhere. So it's really interesting to see this particular piece because I'm starting in the top left corner. Angie is starting in the top right corner, excuse me. So our coloring for this piece has been drastically different. She's got a lot of the brighter colors over on the other side. And I think she said the other day that she just started getting into some more colors because she was only doing like 2, where there's a lot of black stitching in this, but I don't know. I think there's like I think there's about 10 different colors-ish that I've done in this particular section. So lots to go. Okay, now I will show you the piece that I'm working on currently, which is Farmer's Market. This is a Heaven and Earth Designs. Its artwork is by Amy Stewart, and it is a color expansion, and it is humongous. So it is on a hoop that looks atrocious right now because of how it is on. Please bear with me. I've only done 522 stitches since you've last seen this. I'll show you in a second. Let me pull it up. So I'll show you where it was on my whip parade, but it's currently sitting at 0.38%. And this is where we are. We have the man's eyeballs, at least, so he doesn't look as creepy. So originally this piece had a goal of 1,250 stitches. That's what I had spun. Because of the color expansion on this particular piece, I have found I need to do smaller increments. The thought of stitching on this for that many stitches is kind of overwhelming because there is so much. I don't even know if you can see if I bring it in. There is so much confetti in here. It'll be like 1, 2, 3, and then you don't have anything else around. Then you have to change your color again. So like 100 stitches on this piece can take you So I'm doing it in smaller increments, which is fine. I still really like this piece. I just need to put it in smaller increments. So I think I have 228 stitches left to do on this piece until I hit my goal. So this is Farmer's Market so far. So I'm in the top left corner. I believe it's like an old sign that's on like a beam up here. And that's what I'm working on. This is 1/1 on 22 count with CXC floss. No. I think it's DMC floss for this one. I'm not 100% positive, to be honest. Okay, so then I had a random thought that I want some pieces done. I want to start everything, but I also want some pieces done, especially pieces that have been sitting in my rotation for quite a while. So one of them that I pulled out immediately that I want done is a Quaker Christmas by Bygone Stitches. I'm ready for this to be done. Ready, ready, ready. I don't hate it, but I'm ready for it to be done. It's been like 4 years, I think. So I'm gonna put a picture of where it was last time you guys saw it. This was in my whip parade. And I've done a total of 1,589 stitches on this piece so far. And here we are now. So close. So I have, let me pull it out one more time. I'll show you what I have left to do on this piece. So I have to do this, yes, this motif right here, this motif down here. I need to put a 4 where that G is, and then a couple little random ones, and then this piece is done. I'm hoping this is done in February. I'm so excited. I have other things planned, of course, to start, but I'm very excited that this piece will be done. This is stitched on an 18 count Heartland by Picture This Plus. Getting there. Getting there, and I'm really liking focusing it. So like when my goal's done that I have, I'll pull this out on like the weekends and stitch on it or something. And I've really been liking that. That is all my stitching except for my dad's piece, which I can't show you in here. Okay, I do have some haul. If you are new, I try not to buy tons of things, but I have some stuff. So I got a gift card for Christmas. I'm not sure if people want name drops, so I'm not going to say who the gift cards were from or anything else. So I got a gift card for Christmas, and I'm so excited. This was from Etsy. So I bought 2 patterns on Etsy. Actually, Angie found both of them. So the first one, I'm going to insert a picture. I'm just going to put a picture here because it's long and narrow. It's called A Beautiful Place, and it is from Stitches So Beautiful. And this is gorgeous. So I had a different cabin lake chart that I was going to start possibly, but I'm going to scrap that one, and this is the one that I'm going to start. I'm not sure if we have Angie, or I'm not sure if we have Rainey convinced to start with us, but I know Angie and Alicia and I want to start this sometime this year. The other one I bought, these are so stinking cute. This is called Dino Christmas. It is from Doreen Jones. Again, this is also from Etsy. Bella loves dinosaurs. Of course, I'm stitching that dinosaur piece for her. I have a goal of making these into ornaments. She has a little 3-foot Christmas tree that she puts up in her bedroom, and I thought these would be stinking cute. She has her own personalized ornaments that she can put on her own tree. So that is my plan for those. Those are my only patterns I bought. I was gifted a pattern. I'm going to pull up the name so I don't get it wrong, from Artisy. It is called Christmas House 2. I'm going to put a picture in here for you guys. Let me look at the PDF though. I want to credit the artist. The artwork is by Steve Crisp. And again, it's from Artisy, and I love this project. My goal for this is I will not start said project until Dino is finished. That'll be like my reward for finishing Dino, and I'm so excited. Okay, next I have a little Amazon order. I bought some of these to try. It comes in a pack of 5, and you can put up to 37 flosses on one. And then they have a spot up here where you could put a little ring or whatever to keep them together. So I'm going to try these. I got a pack of those. If you don't know, I have a lot of bobbin boxes. I have a tendency I'll either do those, like floss drops, or bobbins for full coverage things. I was running low on bobbins, and I have 4 projects I need to get up for March. So I bought 600 bobbins. If you also don't know me that much, I kit my projects up individually. One reason I really like CXC because it's a lot cheaper. But yeah. So then I put an order in for 123 Stitch because I did have 2 gift cards from Christmas. I did get some magic thread that I'm going to try. This is nothing new. I've just never tried it before. So we'll see how that works. And then I bought, if you guys follow Shannon Christine on Instagram, she posted, I think leading up to Christmas, like 12 different, is it 12? Little like ornament size charts that she gave us for free. They're beautiful. I can't wait to stitch all of them. But I thought about turning them into ornaments. So I bought some perforated paper. I didn't realize it was this much perforated paper, so like I have plenty to do the dinosaurs and like all the things. It'll be weird because it's Mill Hill's brand and it's 14 count, and I haven't stitched on 14 count in a long time. But I bought some perforated paper. There come 2 sheets a piece, and I bought 4. So I got perforated paper for a while. I bought the fabric that I needed for Gardener's Paradise, which I'm going to be starting in March. And that's a 20 count. And then I bought the fabric for God Shed His Grace that I'm going to be starting in March also. And that's a 20 count. And then I have been doing some serious thinking about my Shannon Christine Christmas Club piece that I was stitching. I'll insert a picture of where I was in my whip parade, because I love the design and I was not happy with the way the white floss was looking on that piece. I love the fabric. It was from Dying for Cross Stitch, but, which if you are new here, is my like absolute favorite dyer, pretty much. But I think I just didn't choose the right, I didn't choose a dark enough fabric is what it was. It was 100% my fault. And I was like, oh, it'll be fine, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. And it's really hard even in person to see it. So I decided I'm gonna restart it, which kind of pains my soul because I'm almost done with that first block and I have over 2,000 stitches in on it. But I know if I feel this way now, it's not going to be better the more I stitch on it, if that makes any sense. It's not like I'm gonna suddenly be like, oh, it looks great. If I'm not happy with the way it looks now, I'm not gonna be happy later. So I bought a quarter yard half vintage country mocha 18 count, which looks like this. It's one of those that are solid on one side, printed on the other. Looks like this. And I'll do the floss toss. I was doing them originally in the called for, I think they use weeks. But you can't really see much variegation. And I went the cheaper route this time because I knew I was going to run out of floss. So I got the DMC Conversion this time. And this is what it looks like. You definitely can see that white 700 times better than you can in the other one. So I'm so happy. This will be restarted this year. And I'm not mad about it, actually. I don't like to restart things. That's me. But I know in the long run, I'm going to be much happier restarting it than just not. So that is it for my stitching. That is it for my purchases. Actually, it's not. So Heaven and Earth Designs is having a sale right now for 50% off their pieces, except for like Thomas Kincaid and Precious Moments, I believe. So if you're interested, go check those out. So Alicia and I were doing Farm Stand by Donna Gelsinger. I'll put a picture in of it here. I love this piece. I adore this piece. I can't wait for it to be done. It is my largest piece right now. Let me pull this up for you and I'll tell you stitch count on it. So the stitch count on this piece is 403,150. And I'm currently at 0.51%. So I've done just over 2,000 stitches, and I'll show you if it doesn't super glare on it. This is where how much I've done in relation to the entire piece. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the entire piece. So as you can see, I have so much to go. Well, they have a mini, and Alicia and I, even though we are going to lose some of the detail, have decided that we are going to do the mini. So I will just cut the fabric that I already have and use the same stuff. Maybe I'll have enough fabric to start another piece as well. I have a couple flosses I will have to get because there's like 30 flosses that the mini calls for that the full size did not. And what else? So I bought that. It was like $6. That is the extent. What have I been doing besides stitching? I haven't done any crochet at all recently. I've been doing some audiobooks. This is gonna sound so bad. I've never gotten all the way through, or I don't even know if I've ever listened to them, but anyways, the Narnia series. So I have finished The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I listened to that one, and currently on Prince Caspian. I just started it. So that's kind of what I've been doing, as well as watching Flosstube videos. And I started watching Stitchin' in the Burrow, in as in the letter N, and I love her. She is so good. She has so many projects, and by so many I mean so many, and she stitches in a way that I think is amazing, but I can't wrap my head around. And she primarily stitches on Aida for the most part, and I highly recommend her. So if you have not checked out Stitching in the Burrow, I highly recommend it, and I will link her channel below. So definitely go check her out, and definitely go give her some love. So if you're just here for the stitching, you can go ahead and sign off now. I'm going to give a quick life update, and then you guys can go. So, life update. Same old for me. I have a friend going through a really horrible time right now. It's not my business to air, but if you guys are praying people, if you could please keep her in your prayers. I know she would greatly appreciate them. Her name is Winona. So yes, if you can keep her and her children in your prayers, I would greatly appreciate it. She's a family friend of ours. So I've just been kind of being there for her, working, being mom, being wife. Brent is doing well. Work for him. It depends on the day, it depends on the hour, it depends on whatever, how busy or, not busy it's going to be. He has surgery the 6th, February 6th. So I will doubt I will be back before then. So if you guys can keep him in your prayers, we would greatly appreciate it. He has to go and have his sinuses scraped out. Sounds horrible. He will be put under for it. He has chronic sinus things, and they basically figured out he has so much inflammation and stuff that his sinuses don't ever drain, which is why he keeps getting infections. So while they're in there, the ENT is going to, I guess he has a pretty bad deviated septum. So they're gonna fix all that. Surgery, they're quoting being like 3 to 4 hours for him for all that. So yes, I can only imagine, because I mean, you're operating on someone's face, like, so yes. So if you can keep him in your prayers, we would greatly appreciate that. The biggest change that has happened is Bella. So Bella came to us over Christmas break with something as her mom and as her teacher that I knew was something I was sensing it too for her. And she desired to go back to school. So we sat her down, we talked with her about her reasons and stuff like that. And of course she missed the teachers, she missed the concerts, she missed her friends. And as teaching her, I realized that she truly, and she was thriving, but she truly does really well in a traditional classroom setting. So hubby kind of agreed with her. So I submitted the application to the school to see if there was a possibility that they could take her on mid-year. And there was, they said, I went there and I talked to them and everything and asked them what they needed from my end, for homeschool records, because I kept records of everything. And they said they would like her to transition at the end of a marking period when the next one started, which completely made sense to me. And I was like, okay. And I said, well, when does that start? I talked to them on a Thursday. I went up to the school. And they said, well, next marking period, because Martin Luther King Jr. Day was the following Monday, they're like, the next marking period would start Tuesday. And I was like, oh, okay. And Tuesday and Wednesday that week, they had snow days. So she started school back at the school she went from kindergarten to second through last Thursday. So she went Thursday and Friday, Monday. They had ice days Tuesday and Wednesday, and then she went back today. And so my dad jokes around and says that the class is gonna think that she's the good luck charm, because since she's come back, they've had 4 days of school canceled. So she is absolutely loving it. She has no problem getting up in the morning to go to school. She gets mad when school is canceled. Her teacher, we met her the first day she went back, and she's fabulous. She is so sweet. And from what she has a lot of friends in her classroom, and from what their parents said, like, she's very encouraging to the students. She doesn't tell them to just like hurry up. She encourages, even if they're taking their time, instead of shoving them forward, she just congratulates them on taking their time and making sure their work is done correctly and stuff like that. So I think it's really nice. So we will see how it goes, but she's really enjoying it so far. So that's a giant life adjustment for us, because we're back to busy mornings and, you know, in bed on time, because that alarm clock, when that goes off, that means you have to get up and get ready for school and pack your lunch and all this stuff like that. So big change for us. Big change for me, because I'm sitting home alone right now with 2 dogs, and I don't ever get to be home alone, really. It's very odd. So yeah, I think that's all from us. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and get off here and edit. So I hope that everyone has a fantastic day, and that you are all doing well. I've had so many new subscribers since my whip parade, which is just mind-boggling. So I just want to thank everyone for hanging around as long as you have. I know you've seen my channel through a lot. You've seen me through a lot without even realizing it. So I just want to thank you. So remember, your mental health is important, to take time for yourself each and every day, and to be a light to the world around you. I will see you guys later. Bye.